In January 2002, I finished preaching here in the morning, and I had a meeting to, I was one of those that were teaching in the Redeemed Bible School in the Apapa Parish. I was a lecturer there teaching them on biblical economics. And I had a lecture for 3 hours to do at the Apapa Parish of Redeemed. So I left here in the morning and went to Apapa, and we had the sessions. 3 hours teaching them on biblical economics. And then while I was having a question and answer session, all of a sudden we had a major shaking like an earthquake. The entire place was shaking. And it was like boom. Everyone was, what happened, what happened? All the speakers, everything, lights went off, generator, everybody. What's this? We did not know what has happened. They said, oh, maybe there is a bomb somewhere, this and that. At the end of the day, we discovered it was what is now known as the Ikeja bomb blast or bomb explosion. As a result of that experience, I saw what happened there, and as I was coming, I was asking myself as a pastor, did this thing get to Idimu? What has happened in Idimu? I hope it has not destroyed church. I hope it has not this. I was thinking. And then I got in touch with Pastor Abraham, and he said, Bobo Church, Bobo glass in 84. You know, all the glass, we were on the road. The glasses were broken. Everything was broken. And then, while I was on the way thinking, because I couldn't communicate with him until later, while I was there thinking, it just dropped in my heart. Do you have insurance for your church? Do you have insurance for your church properties? And when I finally spoke with him that day, 2002, I told him, we don't have insurance for anything in this church. And that's a major mistake on our part as leaders. Make it happen. From now, everything is insured. Since 2002 till now, everything in Calvary Bible Church has been insured. This building is insured. All the chairs you are sitting on is insured. All the equipment is insured. All the ACs are insured. The generator is insured. Why? Because by the experience of 2002, listen to me, experience is not the best teacher. The experience of others is the best teacher. We began to insure a lot of stuff. We have done insurance to a level where we even have money in transit insurance. Money inside safe insurance. Why? God did not give people wisdom to put insurance in place so that you can mock at it because you are a person of faith. The Bible says the horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory is of the Lord. But the horse must be prepared. You must prepare the horse, but don't put your trust in the horse. So that brings me to the first money mistake I want to talk about today, which is more real now as a result of what has happened in the last few days. Ignoring the security and the insurance of your assets and investments is a money mistake. Ignoring the security and the insurance of your assets and investments is a money mistake. A lot of people have lost their wherewithal this week. Years of labor have been wiped out by the spirit of wickedness and the spirit of destruction. A lot of people have lost their job because on Monday morning they went to work. On Tuesday morning they went to work. By Wednesday they don't have a job anymore because the company they work in is no more. So you can't be asking for salary when the company does not even exist anymore. So there are people who had job last week and don't have job anymore. There are people who had businesses last week. Right now they don't have any business anymore. There are people who had houses and properties last week. Right now it does not exist anymore. And listen well, the question we now need to ask ourselves is, while we believe God for restoration and recovery, what wisdom did you put in place? Many of the people we have had the opportunity to speak with in the course of this week, one question is, hope you have insurance. We didn't have insurance, so hope you have insurance. Listen to me. Even if the government says they will help you, can they take care of everybody at the same time? No. Listen well. While you have a plan for your life, the devil also has a plan for your life. While you are strategizing, the enemy is also strategizing. So wisdom demands that if you can take time to gather an asset, if you can take time to go into an investment, you should also be wise enough to ensure that your asset and your investment is secured, and insurance can help you to a level. Insurance will not solve all your problems, but it will make your crisis easier. It will lighten the burden. There are things that insurance cannot do. Insurance cannot replace the memory. Insurance cannot replace cannot wipe away the pain. But insurance can lighten your body. So why will you spend 7 million naira to buy a car and you don't have enough wisdom to put 500,000 per annum insurance? And you go and do third party and end up as a third party. Why do you buy a house for 35 million and you cannot spend 800 or 500 to insure the 35 million dollar house? These are the realities of our time. But you know why we don't do that? Is the mindset. All this insurance, God is the insurance. God is the insurance. But the same God tells you the horse must be prepared for the day of battle. I will give you victory, but you've got to have the horse. You need to have a rod that God will use to part your Red Sea. You need to have 3 loaves and 5 bread and 2 fishes that God will multiply. There is always a natural that is required for the super to be connected. The supernatural will not happen without natural. The super will remain super without the natural. Natural will remain natural without the super. It's a combination of the natural and the super that produces the supernatural. You build a house for 50 million and then you put a malam at your gate and you are paying 50,000. Hello? So you are paying somebody 15,000 naira in a 35 million naira property. And when there is NSAS, it will kill you and carry your property and kill your family and roast you. Why? Because you think you are a big man and you are not ready to pay your driver good money. People that can destroy your life in one day. You are not ready to pay your gateman good money. Somebody that can open the gate and say, yeah, Wale is at home. No, these are the realities of life. And you think you are a big man. You treat your house help anyhow. You treat your domestic staff anyhow. You treat your driver anyhow. You treat your gateman anyhow. You are a fool if you do that. You are. Because these people have your life in their hand like this and they can snuff it in one day. I hope you know that it's the youth that will refuse to train that are doing what they're doing now. It's the youth that will refuse to empower. It's the failure of the state. The people will refuse to send to school. The people will refuse to empower. They are the one doing this now. So when we are telling you, oh, let's raise money so that we can give people scholarship. Let's raise money so that we can do this. Let's raise money so that we can do academy. Let's raise money so that we can do welfare. Let's raise money so that we can do skill acquisition. Say they are just raising money. Is it for us? Is it for us? If we don't take these people off the street, if we don't empower these people, there is no safety for you to enjoy your prosperity. Let me help you bring it home. Think for a while that you came this morning and this place was burnt down. Think that you came to church. Completely. How will you feel? The railboat we have been raising for almost 20 years that we have not finished building. Then one day somebody just come and raise it down. How will you feel? Think like that and remember what people have lost out there. It will put it in perspective of what people have lost out there. So number 1, ignoring the security and the insurance of your asset and your investment is a money mistake. So if you are listening to me right now, you are driving a correct car that you consider correct. You know there are some cars you don't need to insure it because the money of the insurance is more than the car. It's not a car, it's a motor car. So if you are driving a motor car, it doesn't need insurance. But if you are driving a car, or you are driving a machine, then you need to insure it. Hello? If you know that if they steal your car today, your life will be out of order. If you know that if you burn your car today, your life will be out of order, then you need to get insurance before December. And it's not expensive. Sometimes 2% of the value of the car. 2%. It's not as expensive as you think. But because we have this mindset, insurance doesn't work. If they work. Hello? New generation of Nigerians that are also people of integrity have started insurance company that have integrity, and it works. I can tell you stories upon stories in this church. Do you know how many times armed robbers have come here? We had the service like this one Sunday morning, and I got home, and on Monday morning, I got a call. They have removed the roof. This roof you are seeing here. We're all here. On Sunday night to Monday morning, they removed the roof, like half or quarter of the roof. One yogogo roof, one kaloru. Hello? So don't get it. Hey, God forbid, God forbid. There are many things that God forbid that life permits. Armed robber came in here one day. They jumped through the fence. They tied down all the security. They tied them down like animal. All the offering you gave on Sunday that day, they went into this. They broke the safe. They sat down inside this place. They sat down, spent like 2-3 hours, and they were sorting the envelope. Yes, inside Calvary. We don't tell you these things so that you will not be afraid. But sometimes we need to reveal this thing to you so that you will know that when we are talking to you, listen to your father. One Joko, one they shared. So the one that are all the check, they separated the check. We met all the check here. All the cash, they carried all the cash. So when we are telling you, stop giving cash, be mature, let's start doing transfer, everybody go and get an account, do check. We are helping you to move to a realm where it will be difficult for the enemy to mess you up. Once so one more learning. Hello? But we went to police station, did report, went to insurance. We got our money back from insurance. Why? Because it was insured. One day, money was brought to church, and then on Monday, the staff was taking the money to bank to go and lodge it. The staff was at the gate of Zenith. Zenith is at the gate of Zenith with our church offering. They brought the car, they parked the church bus. The lady came and the guy came down. The driver was still inside. And as they were going inside the bank, they came with gun and Okada and collected the money at the gate of Zenith. Everybody scattered. Money gone. Went to police station. This is what happened. This went to insurance. They paid us the money. So listen well. I'm telling you now from experience. Nobody is expecting evil because there are things that insurance cannot give you. Hello, but make sure you put that in place. Number two.